Hey guys, how you guys doing? So in this video, I just want to do a quick review of what I've done for Ivan. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been building out his website, and I've shown you like a bit behind the scenes of what I've done and some really ninja strategies that people don't really talk about or even think about. So my website currently ranks on the first page of Google. Now this is a incognito window from Safari. So all the results here is all very unbiased. So currently, like I rank on the third of the I rank on the first page on the third results on the keywords in that one, and really like that allows me to book around 20 to 35 codings per month, just on like the search results alone. And really like we are not really running ads because like it's already like ranking like so high. So I really know like what I'm doing with SEO, and I'll tell like the best principles behind it. And one really uh, ninja tip that no one really knows about is whenever someone clicks on here. Now, I have a Facebook tracking code that really like it captures people that basically click on my website, and for whenever people click on my website from Google, I can actually target them on Facebook, on specifically just on those people that actually went onto my website from Google. So I highly recommend building SEO once your organic strategy is pretty good and you're doing probably around like 5 to 10 codings per month. That's when you can start really like doing the whole like SEO thing, and really create like another source of customers from SEO. And SEO is there's pros and cons. Obviously, like the cons is like it looks very similar to every other person that is on the first page, and it can get really competitive. The pros of it is obviously it's quite evergreen. You don't really there's really like little to no maintenance on it if you set everything up properly, and really like we target a lot of like brand new car owners, because what happens is like a lot of brand new car owners, they typically will type in like paint protection, or like or like a new car brand new paint protection, and really like we get a lot of those people that just buy like brand new cars. So really like it's a good way to basically add another avenue for to like your already existing business. Definitely highly recommend. So here's Ivan's website, and what really makes a really good website is, number one, clean architecture, right? And number two, that it conveys the message and the branding of like what kind of clients that you serve. Now, these two things is really important, and what you'll find that everything on his website is very simple. Like if a 9-year-old come onto his website, like he will understand. Okay, like this is what he do. And one of the biggest thing that makes the most difference is like the cars that you post. Like the cars that you post, it will allow you to like basically to convey that, okay, like you are a high end detailer and you only work on like luxury cars. So that's why like we don't put any like filthy interior jobs onto our homepage. So it really like conveys the message, and now the homepage, it has to be keyword rich. Now you want to put like the keywords, like you have to use like the keyword research tool, and you have to know like what keywords your market is using. As you can tell, if you have gone through my website, you will tell like and you can tell like this is all based on like my template, and this is all based on Wix material. So like here's the homepage, and on the homepage you really want to have a lot of keywords that resonates, number one, with your area, and number two, what's your message, and number three, it has to be keyword rich, and also really to explains the quite well of like what you are doing. So this is pretty much pretty much what the homepage looks like. It has a quick quote form, just in case like if someone just go onto the homepage and they just want to get in touch with you real quick, they can fill out this form. I have several jobs that comes from this form as well, so make sure you don't miss this out. It greatly explains, and it really tells that it conveys the message: premium luxury auto detailing, ceramic coating, paint protection, and paint correction in Los Angeles County. So it's the area that we are targeting. So all of this, and then the pictures, it has to align as well. So each of these pictures, it has like alt text built on them, so it also tells Google what these pictures are about. So it's all pretty straightforward. The main you know put like the main areas that you want to target, as well as the footer. Put some testimonials in there, and some like links to your social profile, privacy policy terms. That's just some like legal stuff. My principle is like every single thing, it has to elicit a response, which is to either call or get them to fill out a form. So there's really like, and what you'll find that like his website, I really gear towards. I don't really push out like the details too much. I'm always going for like the corrections and the codings, because that's just the like where the big money is. So like you find that like there's not a lot of information on the normal details, but for corrections and codings, there's a lot of like information. There's a lot of information, and that's really to indoctrinate, and is to really to educate your customers about is to educate your customers about what you're about and what you are offering. So like pressing the packages really like is to get them to inquire. So when they press inquire, it's gonna go to the book now page, and it's gonna get them to fill out a form. So and this form here is all like by design. I just don't put like random stuff in there. It's all like to make sure like they are serious in getting the cars done. So I would rather have like two inquiries and then two inquiries close rather than like 10 inquiries that people are just like browsing and just like filling up nonsense. So every single one of these questions, they are by design. So like example, like the contact number is the most important because you want to call them as soon as possible. The suburb, you want like, because what you will find that like some suburbs is where like most of like the higher end clients are, and some suburbs it's just like not the best. And so like what we can do like in the future is like we can really zoom in on like the particular suburb that we want to target, and we can like get clients from there as well. So make sure like you put the suburb in as well, so that you know like where they are from. So and the different options and stuff, like you will find that like I always put the detail the last, because because I want Ivan to basically to focus on the questions and the codings. So I prefer the D and that's to tell like how serious they are and how urgent they are to like getting it to book it in, vehicle's age and the information about their cars. So people who are serious, they usually will put in like putting a lot of information. But people who are not so serious and they're just like shopping around, they usually will only put like a few words here and there. And from the answers here, you can get a good feel of like if someone is serious or not. So when you go into pricing packages, you find that like it's gearing towards like to like put in a form and to inquire now. And if they really want to learn more about like what's inside luxury auto detail from 159, they can press learn more. And there's like 3 different levels is what Evans offer. And it's like level 1, level 2, and Kelly Luxury Reserve is like his highest package. So and one thing is like anything over $500, you want to put price on application. You don't want to put a pricing on there. So example, paint correction and coatings, there's no prices at all. So if I press like inquire now, you can't know the prices for like the coatings, just because they are all over like $1,000, and typically above $500, you don't want to put it on your website because that's going to hurt the conversions. You want to get them on the phone, because when you get on the phone, the chances are you closing that person is a lot higher. So yeah, going to the paint correction page is the same. Like pricing packages, paint correction is the same. It links to like paint correction, and basically like paint protection, it links to like this page. So on the paint correction page, a lot of people, they don't really have a lot of information about paint correction, and they expect the customers to understand what paint correction is. And really, as I said, like your website is not to basically to get people to book it in. It's to educate the customers and to really to indoctrinate people who are reading it. So a long time ago, I believe like I got a copywriter to like write this out, because it's very hard to articulate what paint correction it is. So when someone really reads through all of this, they can really have a really good understanding of what paint correction what it is. And if they read through, and there's a designated form on the paint correction page. So if someone put a form in the paint correction page, it's going to tell me or tell Ivan that okay, this like this lead that comes through the paint correction page, they want paint correction done, and that's going to allow him to know that okay, like he's a lot more warmer than if someone just give him a call. And same goes to like the paint protection page as well. So if someone reads through all of these and they inquire through here, now we know like he's pretty warm and he's pretty indoctrinated of like what ceramic coating is, and it will be Ivan's job to close that person. And afterwards we have like obviously like the book now page. The book now page, it's all like from like the pricing packages and all of that, and about us is just like pretty standard like information, and yeah. So and you can tell like this website is very like personalized. It's very unique. It's not something that comes out of like a template or something. So one thing is the blog as well. So it's really important that you write a lot, like you write some blog articles and really to even further educate like what you're doing. So what I like to do is I like to write like articles on how to wash. And why I put the portfolio beside is because like sometimes what I'll do is I will really like when I work on the car, I will really like flesh out and write the step-by-step process that what I did, and to really educate the customers. And what you will find is sometimes, because when someone have a car, usually they'll Google it. And if they Google their car, sometimes like your article will show up, and sometimes like you will close that customer pretty easily. So example for this, right? Someone just commented, because if you want to leave a comment, you will need to put in your email. So he put in a comment and he would like to know how much the price for correction and coding. So I didn't have his number, so I just email him and then I just tell him to like come by and I'll have a look. And he became a customer and then he closed like $1,500 like on the spot. So this is a really good indirect way to get the customer, and not only that, so like what you'll find is like it ranks really well on Google, and Google really likes the more content you have on your website, the more Google will like it, and in turn they will rank your website even higher. So example, like for us, I've written like a shit ton of articles like in the past, right? It goes all the way back to like November like 2015, and that really helps like with my ranking a lot. Yeah, so this is just a brief review of how I've built Ivan's website, and how you can build yours too using Wake Forest material. I highly recommend using the same principles.